Greetings, full moonifestors. Hi, it's Dr. Amanda Noel, the Twin Flame Matchmaker, and I have 3 hot tips for this Gemini full moon 2018 happening on November 23rd for you Twin Flames. So, this full moon is in Gemini and it's in the Pleiades star system, and the theme of this month, if you have not heard already, is there is a temper tantrum. There is a lot of pissed off energy, and you can watch my video in the description box below to get more of the full astrology report and twin flame energy updates. But I'm going to give you these 3 hot tips to help you move through the fire, to bring more desire to your twin flame union, and to have things in this really intense time to go more smoothly. All right, so the tip number 1 is called pyromania. So deep down inside of all of us is a little fireball that likes anger, that likes that fire, that likes the intensity. I don't care if you've been a nun or a Buddhist monk in your past lives or even this lifetime, we all have a desire to play with all 4 elements, and anger is one of the emotions that we all must get in touch with. So with you and your beloved, or even just your family and friends, this is the time to kind of roll with the punches. No, it's not a time to start a war or to ask for a divorce or to get any major decision out on the table. However, this is a great time to create space to kind of just allow the fire, the pain, the anger to bubble up. And I'm going to give you a couple of more tips on how to do that. But the first thing to do is just accept it, to realize that there's a part of us that actually feeds off of anger. No matter how much we try and suppress it, we even join certain organizations and religious movements and philosophies at different points in our evolution to kind of try and eradicate anger, but truly it's part of being on this planet Earth. And our anger serves if we use it in a positive way. So use your anger positively, including within your partnership. So I have a couple of tips on how to do this within the category of pyromania. So allow yourself to kind of get off on the fire versus taking it seriously. If your partner or you are angry for whatever reason, instead of blaming that person for being angry or blaming them for making you angry, you can actually just appreciate that element of fire. Like, wow, I can get really pissed off. I have a big personality. I have a flame in my soul. Thank you for reminding me of how powerful my feelings, my energy, and my emotions are. So gratitude. And then the second part is to see the deeper meaning and what is the underlying need that's not being met. The other day, my twin flame was getting pretty angry at me because I tend to go with the flow, especially on this beautiful tropical island where we're staying. And I talk to people on the island, they have that aloha spirit, and Jack is like, we said we'd get here by 3, let's do this. Time and space, he's not in the, you know, the chill vibes because he's a Viking. And so what we've decided is to see the medicine in each other, the joy in each other, the skills that we have to offer each other. And he's given me permission to flow, and I've given him permission to go ahead, and I'll meet you there and do what you need. We make a plan, we map it out, and he's told me exactly what he needs to keep his sanity. And I now know what I need, which is to keep my feminine freedom and flow. So are you having conversations about the fire that's going on you with your partner, your friends, your family, and put it out in the open? Now, the third piece about pyromania is we want to keep it balanced. Like, we don't want to start a whole forest fire. And I just want to take a moment and make some prayers right now for California, our state of our home state, and just send love and flow and healing and soothing to all those who lost their homes, and to just see positive things happening to all those in natural disasters. Here on this island, we're watching the rubble after a massive earthquake hit, a 7.7 earthquake hit only 3 months ago, and the people here are just so beautiful and loving and strong, and they're rebuilding and coming together and creating trauma healing centers on the other main island, and are just so heartfelt and honest and open about their experiences. So just sending so much love to those that have, you know, a good reason to be angry at the world but aren't going down that path. All right, so abuse versus explosion. So in your partnership, if you're loving the pyromania, just be aware that sometimes abusive relationships are based on this addiction to anger and fire. And so we don't want to feed an addictive pattern. However, what we want to do is we want to invite natural anger and allow it to be, set healthy boundaries with what we need and don't need, and surrender the rest and not take it seriously. However, if you're being abused, hit emotionally, verbally abused, that is not healthy fire. That is toxic fire, and we want to do deep healing work and set a boundary with that. And there are tools and supports and great therapists out there that can help people that have to do some healing on abuse. So the second tip is protection. So during this full moon, we're going to experience a lot of intense anger for about 2 weeks. You might already be feeling it right now. And what we want to do is to not let go of the protection that we do need from the fire. So think of the firefighter goes into the fire, but what is she or he wearing? A firefighter suit, which is so sexy, by the way. So put on your red firefighter helmet and then go in and have fun. So ask your partner, you know, can we explore anger together? Can we have a conversation about this? Maybe can we wrestle with each other? Or can we like kind of yell at each other in a playful way? So you can explore your rage first with yourself, and then if you have a healthy partnership, you can go there. But ask, you know, can I grab onto your arm? We taught an amazing tool that we learned from another YouTuber of ours, where you can actually grab your partner's arm right here as hard as you can with 2 hands and get your anger out, just like growl. Or you can growl into a towel, you can put it in your mouth and scream. There are these amazing tools that you can do. But you want to ask your partner, the people around you, is it okay if I make this noise? Is it okay if I grab onto your arm? Is it okay if I just shout at you and tell you how angry I am in an irrational way? It's nothing personal. Jack and I do these really weird exercises, but it helps us keep our energy high, and we really encourage you to use tools like this. Okay, my last and third tip is to really play with the fire using role play. So role playing, what is that? Yes, in the bedroom. But before we even get into the bedroom, I want to explain about the importance of the subconscious mind and the imagination. So 95% of our thoughts are stored in the subconscious mind. Bruce Lipton says this, and it's been proven that there's so much more than meets the eye. We can't see what's behind us in our blind spots. So during this full moon, you're gonna have all this intensity come up. You won't even know why, but you can explore it in the boudoir. You can explore it with your partner. You can explore it in your self-pleasuring, your fantasy, your masturbation, as I call it. So what this could look like is really playing with a particular archetype. Maybe you want to meet Darth Vader in your partner, and you want to ask your partner, bring in the Dark Lord, make me, you know, a slave, and I'm held captive, and tell me what to do. So that's where tip 1 and 2 really come into place. Do you have protection? Are you really allowing yourself to have this anger come up, and you have some communication about it? Now, our imagination is so vital. We actually create our 3D reality based on thoughts. That's right, thoughts create things. So if you are struggling, you know, single and unhappy, those are the clients that often I work with, women that have been so blessed with many good things in their lives, but that dream partner isn't there. When we change their thoughts, the partner comes in. So if your thoughts are really juicy in bed, and you're allowing that partner to, or you and your partner are allowing the anger to come through these different roles, but it's someone that you are feeling safe and connected with, or you're in your imagination, there's no one there, it's you and this hypothetical Darth Vader character. When you play out this fantasy, what you're doing is you're actually deprogramming the codes in your subconscious mind. Your thoughts are like codes, and you can decode them. However, you want to, at some point, write the storyline in a positive, affirmative way. So you and Darth Vader, maybe he falls in love with you and wants to have your baby and serve your purpose, and he's like, you know, I have all the money, and I've been a greedy bastard, and now I want to serve you. You are my queen, and, you know, I see now. That's not a fantasy I've ever had. Shh. So there's so many ways that you can go, but playing with these different archetypes actually brings these archetypes to life. They're in our subconscious mind. We have every archetype. We are the entire universe. We have it all in us. It's all a hologram. So when we make love with the dark sides, when we express it, we can actually annihilate violence and evil. Now we do have to come from light and a higher place. We don't want to get in those addictive fantasies that just bring us down. We want to always come back to love, acceptance, forgiveness, and unity-based consciousness. So I hope you like these 3 tips. Go ahead and subscribe to our channel if you haven't. There's a little thumbs up. If you want to also hit the notifications bell, you can ring it right there, and then you'll be notified of our twin flame energy updates, astrology reports, twin flame tips, new moon, full moon, all kinds of yummy stuff to support ascending twin flames out there. And before we end, I am inviting my beloved Jack to flip the camera around and just give us a little update on what we're up to. I forgot to say at the beginning that we might want to do that. So, flippity-doo-dah.
So, hopefully this is working. We are in Gili Air Island off of Bali, and it's a very feminine energy here. There's a lot of flow. They don't have concrete roads here yet. Super beautiful nature everywhere. People are, really easy to get along with, super vibrant, happy people. And they'll make jokes even when I'm paying the bill and try to loosen me up if I'm doing anything serious ever. And it's just so different from being raised, as an American in a conservative family with kind of a British culture, a little bit uptight. And so it's some of my anger has come up, and I've gotten a little triggered a few times, and just learning to loosen up some more, which is good for me. So I think overall it's been a good learning process.
Yeah, I've been so grateful that my beloved has had his patience tested with me, with this island, with our relationship, and he has passed the test, and hopefully I have too. I've gotten to be much better communicator, and really listening to what he needs, and he's been able to express it. So it's been really awesome. Yeah, and I love it here. This is my favorite place.
It's really
on
awesome.
The planet, I have to say.
Thanks so much for watching.
Love and light. Namaste. Namaste.